Hey Credit Warriors, Credit Shifu here, and yes, it is confirmed. The massive $2 trillion stimulus bill has just passed the House. President Trump has said that he will sign it immediately. So, as of about 2:30 p.m., I don't think he's signed it yet, but there's no reason why he will not sign it. I'm guessing he'll sign it today. So it is pretty much confirmed now that you will get this $1,200 stimulus check, all right? So a big congratulations to everyone. Woohoo, you're gonna be getting money. A tax rebate or free money if you didn't pay any tax. But anyway, now let's actually look at who is going to get the check, what the criteria are. We have some updates since our previous video on this topic. A lot of people have been asking questions like, will I get a check? This is my situation, etc. So let's just look at the details and a few updates. Okay, so all Americans will get the $1,200 check. Now, this is a change from the previous bill in the Senate, which poor people basically would get less money, all right? The check would be either $1,000 or your tax liability, whichever was lower, with a minimum of $600, okay? So if you only paid, say, $800 in federal taxes, you get $800. If you paid $400 in taxes, you get $600 because $600 would be the minimum. That's now no longer in it, all right? So it's $1,200 for everybody. Joint filers will get $2,400, so exactly double if you are married filing jointly. Makes sense, right? $1,200 each, $2,400 is the total of that. You'll also get $500 for every dependent child under 17 that you claim on your tax return. So a family of 4 will end up with $3,400 if they have 2 kids under 17. It's only for people who earn $75,000 or less for single filers, or $150,000 or less for married filing jointly, and the amount that you get decreases by $5 for every 100 that you earn above those thresholds. Okay, so for single filers, it goes to 0 by the time you earn $99,000 per year, and for joint filers, it goes to 0 by the time you earn $198,000 per year. All right, now let's get into some of the questions. So this is based on your 2019 tax return if you have filed. Okay, a lot of people are asking that. If you have not filed yet for 2019, it will be based on your 2018 tax return. So if for some reason, maybe your income was lower in 2019, you might want to go ahead and file for 2019. Let's say if in 2018 you earned, say, like 85,000, 2019 you earned 75,000, well, you'd only get the full amount if it was based on 2019, okay? So you may want to go ahead and file, even though the tax deadline has been pushed back to July. If you didn't know that, taxes have been pushed back by 3 months. You don't have to pay tax until July if you're one of those people who pays themselves, like self-employed. But you can still file early. You don't have to pay at the same time you file. You could file now and you can send a check in July. You will not get a check if you are claimed as a dependent on someone else's tax return. So I'm sorry, kids who live at home with your parents, if you're 17 or whatever, you live with your parents, you will not get a check. If you are under 17, your parents will get a $500 check for you. Hopefully they'll put that in your college fund or something like that, rather than spending it on like a business class flight or something like I'm planning to do with my kids' checks. No, you didn't hear that. Anyway, moving on. If you are a Social Security recipient, you will still get these checks. That's what a lot of people are asking. Retired people are saying, I'm on Social Security, my income is a pension, I do file taxes, will I still get this check? Yes, you absolutely will, okay? So Social Security recipients will get these checks. Next, are the checks taxable? No, they are not. They are not taxable, so you do not have to pay tax on the check. It is classed as a tax refund, okay? So they're actually refunding tax to you that most people will have paid, apart from people who are on a very low income who may not have paid that much in tax, but they're refunding it to you anyway. So it's classed as a refund, it's not taxable. Will you have to pay some of it back if you earn more this year than you earned last year? The answer is no, you will not. So if your income rises, pushes you beyond the threshold, you're not eligible for it anymore for your 2020 income, do not worry, you're not going to end up having to pay anything back. And lastly, when are we going to get these checks? Well, Steve Mnuchin, the Treasury Secretary, says within 3 weeks. I'm guessing that is going to be the fastest delivery time, so probably for people who are using direct deposit. So if you've paid your taxes with direct deposit, which means that the IRS already has your bank information, they can actually just directly refund that to you through direct deposit. So 3 weeks. Physical checks, I'm guessing, are going to take longer because they have to actually prepare them, mail them out, etc. It's definitely going to take longer for physical checks, but the quickest apparently is within 3 weeks. Just to look at some perspective though on previous years, in 2001 there was a similar program. It took 6 weeks. And in 2008, there was also a similar program, the financial crisis, and it took 3 months, okay? So when they say 3 weeks, I don't know whether that's really going to be true or not. But however, if you're using a credit card to pay for things, you can just rest assured, okay, I can spend 1,200 on my credit card and I can pay it back when I get this check, okay? I know that's not ideal for everybody, but under the situation where you know you have guaranteed income 3 weeks or more down the road, you could borrow some money and then pay it back, all right? Just make sure you keep disciplined with that. And you never know, it might end up being 6 weeks or something, but this government, this administration, it's a little bit different in many ways. So you never know, they might actually keep to that 3-week deadline. Who knows? I wish the government luck. I wish all of you luck. God bless America. Please subscribe. And guys, if you want to use your check for investing in the stock market, do check out Webull. Link in the description below. We have a special deal for 2 free stocks when you open an account.